Here is the Time Shifter. It's a new model from the 2017 Hot Wheels N case, and this is continuing a trend that we've seen with some Hot Wheels castings, where one casting is basically a takeoff of another casting, and if this one looks familiar, that's because it is modeled after the Time Attaxi. Actually, I've got a couple of Time Attaxis here, so let's take a look at it. You see the similarities right off the bat between the Time Attaxis and the Time Shifter. Now, the Time Attaxis are based off of a Hong Kong taxi. I believe that was the Toyota Comfort, and this Time Shifter is kind of like a delivery van version of that. There are a couple of differences, even in the parts that are very, very similar, especially the headlights. So if you take a look at the headlights up front, this is one place where you will notice some of the differences right off the bat. So over here, this is the Time Attaxi. Kind of square headlights there, and then over here to the Time Shifter, and you've got round headlights there. But you do have the intercooler on the outside. The hood is very much the same, even down to the little, I don't know what those are on the end, but those two little round spots there on the end appear on both models. You have the air cooler sticking out of the hood there in the same location, and just the same. Now, you don't have the big visor coming down on the Time Shifter, and from the back on it does start to show some differences. But from the side, the Time Attaxi had this opening door. The Time Shifter has no doors in the back. It just has the front doors. It does have a rack on top, and this rack is see-through. And if you look in there, you see some tires and wheels that are molded into the bed, and they actually have some pretty good detail on it. More detail than we're used to seeing on the real wheels on these. So there's 4 wheels in the back. So that's pretty cool, and that makes sense because the tampos on here say Hot Wheels Tire Shop, and then right there, the fastest mobile tire service. The wheels on this, it's got MC5 wheels. They have a red rim in the front and a white rim in the back. And then here's a view from the back of the Time Shifter. Got a couple of doors back there. You also have dual exhaust on either side. If we move the Time Attaxi over there next to it, you do see some similarities and some differences at the same time. So the exhaust is kind of in the same place, but it doesn't look exactly the same on that one. So here's another view of a different Time Attaxi. This is the green one, lime green. Move it out of the way, and there you see the other side of the Time Shifter. Very interesting model. I think a lot of people like this one. We'll point out the packaging here. It says Track Star, so this one is made to perform well on the track, and it's from the CityWorks series. Even with all the interest in this, there's not a huge secondary market for it right now. It's averaging about $2. So about what you normally see on these, which if it says $2 in the price guides at Hallsguide.com, then that means the going price is typically $1 to $2. $2 is what you might possibly have to pay for it, or what you might possibly expect to receive for it, but that's usually the upper end. You won't always get that. That's what that means when you see that price in the price guides. Usually the price in there is the upper limit, kind of the upper average. Occasionally there's some outliers that go beyond that, but the price you see in my price guides is typically the the upper average range. So there you go. That is the Time Shifter. It's a new model in the 2017 Hot Wheels in case. Thanks for watching.